Guys, how's it going? I have restarted this like 8 times. Okay, time goes by so fast that all week long I've been thinking, oh, my Ranunculus Corms have only been down in the basement pre-sprouting for a week. That's not true. I started this process in a video 2 weeks ago today. So if you don't know what this is step 2 of this Ranunculus. Actually, I have Ranunculus and Anemone Corms in here. This side are from Eden Brothers. I know you can't see that, but this is the porcelain mix. So if you go to EdenBrothers.com, type in porcelain ranunculus, you can see what these look like. They're very pretty. And then the Ranunculus and Anemone mix is called Alpine. So these came in these little boxes. They were dry. You can watch that video. I'll link it down below. But I'm very happy with Eden Brothers for their corms. It's the first time I ordered from them. So what I'm going to do right now is just take these corms out and observe these lovely roots on here. See them? I'm going to take all this side out. So I know I'm doing the porcelain first. And you really don't want them to stay in here more than about 2 weeks because they'll start to stick together with their roots. And you don't want to be tearing them apart. So you want this all to stay real nice and loose and happy. They all have growth points too on them so far anyway. They all have nice roots. Yep, so far we're 100%. Oh, I didn't count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be 20. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. What did I get to? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, making a mess, 17, 18. Oh, I had an extra in here. 19, I think. 20. That's the tray. Well, maybe I didn't. I probably just counted wrong when I was setting them in here. So yes, I'm going to reuse this soil for sure. Now, I think that this area right here, can you see? Yeah, I think this is the Anemone Corms, and they're real easy to tell apart because these look like little alligators. What the? They look like little spiders, basically. This is an Anemone Corm, and I can tell because it's, again, go back to that last video I did on sprouting these, and you'll see. Anemone Corms look like a peach pit or something. So I'm going to stop right there because I know those are all anemones. Yep. So we're going to do this. I'm going to do this later because I don't have enough trays. I didn't have enough trays in the house. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my soil, which I probably have enough in here, but this will get reused. Yeah, this will get reused for sure. But if I don't end up with enough, then I can add some more to this bin. So you don't have to fertilize your anemone or ranunculus at this point, but I'm going to because that's just how I roll. So this is probably 1.5 gallons of soil, 3/4, whatever. So I'm using Trifecta. That's all I use. Oops, sorry, Trifecta. And I'm just adding that right in here. Okay, all nice and mixed up. I'm going to take this and pre-moisten it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, just like with the pre-sprouting process, you don't want your soil to be wet by any means. This is just lightly dampened. So that's perfect. Now I'm going to take my dirty little trays. These are only staying in here for a couple of weeks, so I'm not real worried about how messy this will be in my house. It just doesn't really matter too much to me. Okay. Whoa. I'm just going to add soil about halfway up to each of these. Now, what I'm doing here is prepping these pots, if you hadn't guessed, to receive those sprouted corms. Which I'll do here in just a second. All right, let's see. Are we good on space? That's a bit much. As you can see, these things really, like, they plump up even more when you pre-sprout them, and the roots are pretty long. So I actually, if I had slightly bigger pots, I would have been happier with that, but the next size up that I have is just too big, and I didn't want to waste space. So again, you're going to plant these in, let's move this out of the way again. You're going to plant these corms with the growth points up. Okay, you're just going to plop them right in there, nestle them down. Oopsie. Try to poke the roots down in there. No, don't, be gentle. Don't break them. Whoops. Oops. I just planted the growth point down, so make sure you're going quick. Make sure when you're done, go back and make sure the growth points are pointing up if you have growth points. You may not. You may only have roots, and that's totally fine to plant them up at this point, even if they only have roots. And by the way, you don't have to do any of these steps. You can simply get your corms, soak them for 3 or 4 hours, and plant them out in your garden 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost, whatever that is. But as I said in the other video, I have time for this. So weeks 1 and 2, well, so 4 weeks before my last frost is April 15th. It's probably more like May 1st. But so weeks 1 and 2, I pre-sprouted them. That's what you'd see in that other video that you should go watch. And then weeks 3 and 4, are this process, and they're going to grow actual plants out the top of the pots. And then at that point, it'll be, what is it? April 15th, so I could go plant them out then. I'll have to check the 10-day forecast at that point to see if I'm going to actually plant them out right then on April 15th or if I'm going to wait 2 more weeks, which is usually good. Okay, so I did have 21. All right. So we need 1 more. Oh, here come the barking dogs. And now I'm just going to do 1 more check real quick to make sure all my growth points are up. Yes, they are. So now, I'm just going to take our soil again and cover them up. You really don't want to keep these pots too wet. Be careful of that. Sorry about my dogs. Of course they're barking. And you can cover the growth points at this point. Doesn't super matter because they're just going to grow right up out of that. Just like they did. I mean, they were all covered up down in the basement. Guys, please, I am trying to do a video. After this, I'm going to make, what am I making? Shrimp tacos. But they're spicy shrimp tacos with a cilantro lime crema. And I'm going to try and shoot a video showing me make them, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. We'll see. The most important thing is that I had to get these potted up. Now these are potted up, they are going to go under your grow lights, okay? Or if you have a greenhouse, they can go out there if it's warm enough, that is. They are cool flowers, so it doesn't have to be too awful warm, but I am going to put these right under my grow lights. Over there is where my grow space is if you're new here. Because now, again, we're going to actually be growing plants up above the soil surface. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And again, in another couple of weeks, these will have plants. And depending on my forecast, I may be planting them out April 15th. but I'm not going to rush it. If I need to wait, I'll wait. But that's it. So these are all the porcelain ranunculus mix corms that, again, all pre-sprouted. They have growth points, etc. So that's all you have to do. It's a super, super simple process. And yeah, I would encourage you to do it. You still technically have time if you're in 5B. You just need to get your ranunculus corms ordered. Eden Brothers was super fast. So if you know, I'll put a link to them below. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by them. I just was really impressed with their delivery and all of this. So I'm going to clean up my mess and move on to the next thing, shrimp tacos, I believe. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.